Welcome back to Dirtbag Baseball Talk, everybody. Kirk here as always, and real excited and just looking forward to today's show. Got the two Joes from McKinleyville, California, in the northern part of California, and let you guys share that backside of it, and we'll go from there. But at the end of the day, great to have you with us, and thanks for coming on with us, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
For sure. So just so everybody has a bit of an idea, we got to know Joe, and it's Joe and Joe Jr., the two Joes as we call them. So Tanno, and got to know you guys through another good friend and one of Joe's coaches, Patrick Green. And you'll know him if you follow Instagram of Rhythm's Daddy on Instagram. And but anyways, he reached out to me, and knowing that we do these amateur stories and try to share the great baseball journey, softball journeys, whatever it may be, of these young great athletes doing some really cool things. And so he sent me a video recording of Joe, and at that point, Joe, you had just come off quite a tremendous game, and what was it, 6 innings, and how many strikeouts did you have in that game?
18.
How many?
18.
18. I heard you the first time. I was just a little bit shocked, and I knew our listeners would be shocked too. So there you go. 18 strikeouts, 6 innings. How does that feel, big fella?
It feels good. I wasn't really expecting it. I just was out there doing my job.
There you go. I love it. Just doing my job. What goes through your mind as you're going through the innings, and at what time do you start thinking, hey, geez, I got something happening here at 9 strikeouts, at 12? Does your mind change?
I think after the 4th inning, when the bottom of the lineup was coming up, I knew if I just kept throwing strikes, I had it.
You're in an A game, if you want to call it that, for sure. So, and what are your teammates doing at this point in time? Is it almost like that no-hitter, even though it is a no-hitter, but are they kind of getting away from Joe? What was the rest of the gang doing?
They were just trying to hype me up, I think.
Good stuff. I bet they were. So Joe Senior, what are you doing as a parent sitting there? You gotta be on the hands, sitting on the hands. You gotta
be. I mean, just watching this thing unfold, I'm, a couple innings in, I'm like, man, is he going to throw a perfect game? But I didn't say it out loud. I refused to say it out loud. I wasn't going to jinx it. And, a couple of my buddies around me, and we're like, every strikeout looking at each other like, man, one closer. And, we got down to the 6th inning, and the last two batters fouled one off, like almost on the first base line, and we're like, oh my God, are these 8 and 9 batters really going to ruin this for Joe? And they didn't, but it was amazing to see, and I definitely was kind of in shock a little bit with everyone coming up and congratulating and shaking his hand and all that. But what a great experience.
For sure. And that's why you wake up every day, right? Because you never know what the next day is going to bring you, whether it's on a baseball field or whatever else you're doing in life.
Yep,
for sure. And good for you not to say it out loud. You don't want to wake up the baseball gods and have to be the one to say, Joe, I cost you that 18 strikeout game.
Yeah. I don't want to be the one, for sure.
For sure. So obviously baseball is your passion. Do you play any other sports, Joe Jr.?
No, just baseball.
Just a baseball guy, just a dirtbag at the end of the day. Good stuff. So let's get a little shout out for the rest of the team. So what is the team name that you're playing with right now?
McKinleyville All-Stars.
McKinleyville
All-Stars.
Okay, and whereabouts? You're in Northern California, but whereabouts in Northern California, just for the listeners out there to get a bit of an idea?
We're in far Northern California, like, less than 2 hours from Oregon. So we're in Humboldt County. So we're at the very top, and just a small rural community there.
That is awesome. Yeah, and I can imagine as a small rural area, you really are a family. And some of those great qualities that come into team sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So now what, so the 18 strikeout game, that was, if I'm understanding correctly, that was the end of your season more or less. And then you started into your, your regionals after that?
No, so the 18 strikeout game was districts,
Districts?
and then state. We're in state right now.
You're in
So it goes district, sections, state, regionals, and then the Pennsylvania. So
Okay, so the 18 strikeout game was districts. So then you went to regionals. How did that go for you? You had some pretty good games there. Share that.
sections.
Section, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. We did pretty good. I threw the no-hitter in the championship, so that was nice.
No hitter in the championship. So there you go.
Yeah.
When you just talk about it like it's an everyday occurrence for you, like it's just a part of Joe Tanno's fabric and stuff like that. But again, like, do you go into that game? You're tied 1-1. You got to win game 3, I think it was, on that one. And like, are the nerves going a little bit, or you're just a cool cat?
I was a little nervous until like the second inning when I got 3 down. So I'm always kind of on edge on starting day until the first inning, then I settle in.
Okay, like a lot of pitchers in that. Absolutely. I remember those days long time ago, but I remember them like they're yesterday. You're right. You come out of the bullpen and you are, right? You're a little bit excited and ramped up until you get settled down and get into your groove and your rhythm. So you throw a no-hitter. What did the score of the game end up?
1-0.
1-0. How did the 1-run score?
So I led off the inning with the double, and then my teammate Jake Bruner hit a double to knock me in.
Beautiful. So no hitter in the winning run and stuff like that. And obviously, yes, big shout out to your teammate for sure as being a part of that and helping out that. I'm sure there was probably a lot of good plays within that no hitter that, helped you out and kept you in as any no hitter out there. You need your teammates, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So again, Dad, coming back to you now.
Yeah.
You got an 18 strikeout game. You got a no-hitter game. You must be thinking, what is going on in my world right now?
Yeah, I mean, and that particular team that we played, that was the 4th time we played them in section tournaments with All-Stars, and I mean, they were gunning for us, and for Joe to be able to go in there and just shut them down and not feel very good about themselves was pretty awesome to watch, and definitely help with the teammates. His catcher Jake Bruner, who also knocked in the winning run, was a big help. Our middle infield did great. Rhythm Green and Bodie Reiniger both helped, were instrumental in getting those key outs when they did get the ball in play. So
hey, takes a team, right? Takes a team to win it all for sure. And that's all part of the excitement of again, playing team sports and the baseball journey, from the players on the field to the coaches to the parents in the stands, everything else. It makes such a change in the outcome of everything, whether you get that win or you lost. So we're carrying on in the baseball journey, and we're now up to states, and and that's where I'm talking to you right now. You're down at states, California State. And so where are they being held?
Rockland, California. So down south a little bit.
Okay. So
near Sacramento.
Yep. Now you're down near Sacramento and stuff like that. So weather's pretty warm, I would think, at this time of year.
Yes.
You're sweating a little bit. And what game 1 was last Friday, I believe, right? Okay. So you lost that one in a barn burner, I heard from Coach Green, 12-11, I think it was at the end of it.
Yeah, in the 8th inning.
Yep, back and forth seesaw battle. That's hey, great to be a part of it. Always disappointing to be on the losing end of it, but still great to be a part of a game like that, no question. So, and then you come back on Tuesday and you go ahead and you've got the start now. So as a double elimination knockout, hey, you know what? You're already down 1-0. You've got the pearl again. You've got the bump. It's your game. You happen to play a team that you lost to 2 years ago in the States. So were you looking for a little bit of retribution, a little bit of payback?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I bet you were, for sure. So, and how did that game end up for you?
We ended up winning 2-0. I gave up 3 hits in 5 innings. 10 strikes.
Now the shutout for you is great stuff. So you're on quite the roll, my man. It's life is pretty good for Joe Tanno right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet it is. So, and you're just hanging out with Dad and the rest of the team down at the States. And was Mom able to be able to make it down with you?
Yeah.
Good. And we also know you've got a younger sister, I believe it is. So, I assume Mom and Sis are hanging out maybe by the pool in between games and just trying to decompress from all this excitement that you're creating for them. So that's awesome for sure. When's the next game, buddy?
Tonight at 7 p.m.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Any idea on the team you're playing? Strengths, weaknesses?
All I know is they lost 11-1 to the team we beat last night.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's at least a good sign. But as we know in baseball and stuff like that, every game's a brand new game. So don't get too high on your horses, so to speak.
Right.
Or the next time I'm going to be talking to you, you'll be pretty humbled. So, but no, we wish you nothing but the best of luck for sure in the final stages of this, your states. And I know we'll be staying in touch, whether that's Instagram Live or however it ends up working or whatever, because we love following the journey with you. So, but let's get talking about baseball in general too, Joe. What is it about baseball that, you love and enjoy and make you wake up in the morning and be excited to be a part of a practice or a game or just out with your buddies? What is it about baseball that you love so much?
I don't know. I just love the sport. I just love that team sport and that we together to win games.
Yep, for sure. And what would you like to see, as you're part of that journey? How are you helping in the growth of that, Dad?
Well, I mean, not so much on the team level, but as him as an individual, we do a lot of work outside of practice, whether it's just playing catch and getting his arm loose and or taking fielding or batting practice and just making sure that he's healthy, not only physically, but also not allowing him to get burnout. If he needs to take a week off, a couple of days off when we can, we'll take that time off. And during practice, if obviously if they need a dad's glove out there, I'll run out there and shag some balls or whatever for him, which is always fun to be a part of the team.
Love to hear you say that, making sure you're very aware and do whatever you can to make sure that burnout doesn't happen. And you know what, dirtbags out there listening, especially the parents and stuff like that out there watching this episode, take that to heart. I think we all hear it and we all know it, but use your resources, reach out to people and ask for help on that. If you find yourself caught in that rat race of, go, because that's what we perceive minor and youth sports to be right now. Hey, if you're going to make the pros, you've got to be constantly doing it and everything else. And you know what, that's too much for these young players and young human beings. They're human beings at the end of the day and that. So I love the fact that you said that, Joe, and hats off to you, man. Like it's a part of the process for sure. And that's great for you, Joe Jr. as well, to have parents like that support you so unequivocally, but yet realistically as well. And I'm sure, you appreciate it, and it's got to take the stress off your shoulders having parents like that in your network.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, and what's your sister think about all this? She's big into karate. So I hear you can't get too bragging right, even though you're doing really well, because she might kick the stuffing out of you.
She doesn't really watch the games, so
she's got a sweatshirt that says "I'm here for the concessions," and she is. So lots of. Well, we're a baseball family. There's other kids that aren't playing, and so they'll go off and do their own thing, and they're ready for whatever, and just used to being at the ballpark all the time. So
yeah, absolutely, for sure. So that's awesome. Yeah. Do you guys do any with your team and stuff like that? Do you do any community work back home, or is there anything like you do that to try to get involved with the community at large? And I know a lot of rural places they always have little events or barbecues or stuff like that going on.
Yeah, we do dinners, we do auctions. We did a car wash the other day. for free. So
Fantastic. I love hearing that type of stuff. There's nothing better getting out there with your teammates and earning the right to play, but showing appreciation for your community and the fans outside that support you in that. And hats off to you, your coaches, your parents, your whole organization for sure. And definitely, continued success in your journey for sure. And in states, hey, with fingers crossed, brother, you get her done and you bring it home at the end of the day, because what a great feeling it is for sure. So, but at the end of each show, Joe, we always like to do kind of a rapid fire round and stuff like that, where we just kind of shoot about maybe eight, 9 questions at you real quick. And it's just whatever the first thing that comes to your head is, respond with it. And it's just a little fun way to wrap up each episode, but show the world again a little bit more of you outside of Joe, the baseball player, and talking about it, who you are when you're not involved with baseball, let's say, or who you aspire to be down the road. So would you be cool with going through it with me? You comfortable with it? Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, good. So first thing that comes to mind, buddy, no problem about it. So who's your favorite team?
San Francisco Giants.
Giants. Wow. Good team for this year, for sure. Who's your favorite college?
LSU.
Ooh, Tiger. Nice. Beautiful. Favorite player?
Right now, Trevor Bauer.
Okay. Very interesting. Yes. Very good. So LA Dodgers a little bit there, even though you're a Giants fan. You got a war going on there, man.
Well, I told him no LA jerseys in my house. He can like the player, but not the team.
There you go. I love it, man. Awesome. So what's your favorite thing to do when you're not playing baseball?
My favorite thing to do is go hunting and fishing with my grandpa and dad.
Fantastic. Impressive young man, for sure. For sure. So favorite food? Steak. Wow. I'm surprised how many say that. Good for you. A little bit of protein for the muscles. That boy. Good deal. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an MLB professional starting pitcher.
Starting pitcher at the MLB level. Good for you. Good aspirations for sure. And if you were able to be the MLB commissioner for a day, or the commissioner of all baseball for a day, let's say, what would you make mandatory for all parents, coaches, umpires, players, whatever it is? What would you like to see mandatory?
I would like to see more pitchers get to hit.
A good one. Wow, never thought about that. Totally the opposite of what's going on right now, with it looking like they're going to get rid of it in the National League, right? And go with that DH. Yeah. Speaking like a true pitcher, my friend. Speaking like a true pitcher. Good for you. So, no, hey, guys, I know you got to get going and get prepared for that next game and stuff like that. Get back out with your teammates. On behalf of Dirtbag Baseball Nation and Dirtbag Baseball Talk, I can't thank you enough for coming on, sharing your story with us. Again, like we said before, continued success. If people wanted to find you on Instagram, where would they look? How can they find you?
Tanno 49 would be mine. He doesn't have Instagram at this point, but I'm on there. And
so the letter J, Tanno, TANNO, number 49. That's where you can find them and follow along and see how Joe's doing with his journey and stuff like that, and stay up to date with him and that for sure. And you know where to find us at Dirtbag Baseball Nation on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll go from there. And if you want to be a guest with us here on Dirtbag Baseball Talk, contact me at kirk@dirtbagbaseballnation.com. We'll set the wheels in motion, and happy to have you on and sharing your great stories, like a Joe and the rest of the young guys out there and amateur players out there, with just showing how much fun this game is, and just being able to be appreciative of the game in general. And it's not always about being the best or anything like that. It's just being appreciative of how lucky we are to be able to play this game or be a part of this game in any way, shape, or form all the time. So Joe and Joe, the two Joes, I can't thank you enough for coming on with me and sharing your story.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Continued success, man, for sure. And keep us posted so we know how that state's finish. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be talking to you again real soon for sure. And the rest of you dirtbags, you know what time it is. It's time to get up, get after it, and get dirty. We'll see you again here real soon.